Yeah, and we're here with the season 3 Wire recap and review. This season it takes place back in West Baltimore, back in the West Baltimore drug trade. The towers come down, and they destroy the projects.
Whole new landscape.
Like
Things are changing.
If you got money in the projects off the towers, like no more, you have to like venture out into the corners, to the streets. That brings out a lot more different elements to the game now. Before it was easy money. Now you have to like go out and get that money.
Yeah.
Less
space as well. More people vying for that space. More competition.
It basically leads into a war. People are like killing people for these territories now, which brings out Marlo Stanfield. Introduces him. He's a new player in the game, but he is
one to keep an eye on.
Definitely, and he rolls with 2 shooters, Chris and Snoop. Those are his lieutenants.
Badman.
They take care of everything. Snoop's little lesbian chick. You couldn't even tell she was a chick, man. You thought she was a boy when I first seen her.
Serious killer assassin.
And she has that Baltimore. She's like originally from Baltimore.
That raspy voice.
And she is Baltimore. When you look at her and you see how she moves and talks, that is Baltimore. And Chris, he's like the brains. He's the brains to all the assassinations, all the killing going on.
Very methodical in that, yeah.
He's a very dangerous person. He reminds me of Weebay. Weebay was more street with it, but
yeah, a lot more comicalness to Weebay as well.
Yeah.
Chris is just straight faced and down to business, man.
He doesn't talk.
No wasted action.
He doesn't speak unless he needs to speak. When he speaks, it means a lot.
Yeah. So a hit about to be given an order.
That's it. And it introduces Carcetti, Senator Carcetti.
At the moment,
he eventually ended up running for mayor.
Played by
you might know
Gillen.
him as Aidan Gillen from
Game of Thrones. Littlefinger. Peter Baelish.
Yes. That's where I first seen him from. I never seen him on Game of Thrones before then. I never actually watched Game of Thrones then, but this is where every time I see him, Littlefinger, I always think him as Mayor Carcetti first.
First introduction was obviously Carcetti, then Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones came after.
After, yeah.
Okay.
And then I think he's in some Irish TV program as well.
The next one,
quite popular.
I seen that one on Sky. On Sky. But yeah, back to the show. They bring out Carcetti, and he's basically disgusted on how the city's being run. How there's murders and drug usage going around the city.
There's
basically
crime everywhere.
Yeah, crime everywhere, fucking up, and he's basically shouting at the police commissioner and stuff when he has to basically chain of command, basically.
Shit falls downhill.
Or I say piss trickles. No,
yeah.
Shit rolls. Piss trickles
downhill.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like inside joke.
The circle is screaming.
And so basically, it goes downhill, and they have to crack heads on the streets. So much drugs going on. They bring in Major Colvin. He's OG.
Okay. Yeah.
He was
Colvin.
He was basically running the streets when Avon and Stringer and Weebay were kids, like trying to catch them as kids. So that's how OG he is. But
So Carcetti is using like the stats to like drill this home, like stuff needs to be done like ASAP.
Which is getting back to the mayor. The mayor's talking to his people, the police, and they're just talking to the lieutenants and the chain of command.
Someone's gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he comes up with some radical idea, which is quite smart.
It's smart. It's actually,
Genius.
He basically pushes all the street trafficking off of the west side Baltimore streets to these areas where there's a lot of abandoned houses.
Where no one lives there.
Yeah, where it won't show up on the stats, basically. So he basically persuades about 75-80% of the dealers to move their crews.
Just go there, do what you need to do, sell your drugs.
Hand over fist.
We won't touch you in this area. You sell drugs outside the area, obviously we're going to do our jobs.
Crackheads.
But stay out of this area and just, Hamsterdam is yours, everything else is ours.
Yeah. So, a lot of the dealers are doing it. And at the same time, it freed up a lot of the streets in West Baltimore, which Stringer Bell needs these corners to make his money. So he got people out there, and so does Marlo Stanfield, and he's trying to get every little piece of property he can to build his shit up.
Yeah.
So
because obviously like Stringer's getting into that business model at
Yeah,
the moment.
he's
He's trying to
getting
step away from
business-minded.
being a gangster. He's taking business classes.
Taking business classes now. and
He's
stuff
chairing
like that.
meetings with the gang by making people like
Yeah.
put their hands up and do votes and.
Yeah, that's with like within his own little organization. So within the Barksdale camp, he has
Robert's
to
rules.
run like a real Fortune 500, as they say. But he also started up the co-op.
Obviously, probably where he got his inspiration from taking them classes. Like we'll all fund together to get the best product.
Yeah.
And then whoever can sell the best makes the most money. So
Yeah.
quite smart.
But he started the co-op with Prop Joe and the rest of the East Side and West Side dealers, like the big bosses. And you know, Prop Joe has that connect from the Greeks from season 2. And, you know, he's like, yo, we just put in, we share and share. Like, if one take a hit, we all take a hit. If something goes down, we all take care of it. One big Baltimore family. That's how it should be, really. But you know, not a lot of people think like that nowadays.
A lot of egos.
Yeah, everyone just wants. Some people just want the money for themselves.
Everyone wants to be king.
But the co-op's running. The co-op's running smooth and everything. But Marlo still out on the corners. He's taking up all the corners while this whole real co-op thing's going on.
Co-op's happening. Hamsterdam's happening.
Yeah,
Marlo's
just
this available.
taking everything. It's like
Old school.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy. But by then, Avon,
he's out.
He's out on parole for that
That tip off for the spiking of the cocaine and the CO.
For finessing that one.
Got out early, so he's out now. But he's butting heads with Stringer. He don't like how things are happening.
And he gets taken out on the streets by one of his lieutenants, and he sees how every corner is being run by Marlo's gang.
Stanfield.
And he's like, where are our people? And you're like, yeah, we got a little corner on there. He's like, yo,
a little corner.
we don't need
no
little corners.
Towers. We used to run the estate now.
We need all the main
I've lost
streets.
The towers. I've lost the corners. What's going on? Stringer's wearing a fucking suit.
Yeah.
Taking business classes. Like,
where's your strap? You know? So yeah.
Got a pen nowadays.
So now by the time that Avon comes out, he's upset with Stringer, how he's been running business. So he basically takes over again. And he decides that we need our corners back. So they start getting their corners back. They have a shooter by the name of Slim Charles. I like Slim Charles, even though I'm not really down with guys with braids and little beads in their hair. that's
2000s. That
but Slim Charles, he's about that action. And same time a guy comes out of prison by the name of Cutty. Cutty, you might know him. Cutty as
Tyrese, I think, on Walking Dead. He was Sasha's brother.
Man with the hammer.
Big character in the comics, actually.
Yeah, very big. But he comes out from doing a 14-year bid. He gets down with Barksdale's gang.
Obviously, Avon had linked him in Penn when he came out, so we just come back, get back in the fold. I need some extra muscle in the crew. Yeah. He's not really about that life, but Avon's got an extra man there, someone that he trusts from Penn. That's fine. But he's still vexed at how things are running, so he's pretty much like, we need to take this young pretender to my throne out
of the game.
So yeah, Marlo v Avon, big arc of season 3.
Yeah, and there was a lot of back and forth. Avon, you know, killing a couple of his people. Marlo killing a couple of Avon's people. So Avon thought about it. He was like, you know what? Let me try a different angle.
Get smart with it and try and set him up in a different way.
Try and set him up, you know. And he did the setup chick. He sent the chick to him. The chick met him at a club, which was kind of weird because you don't really see Marlo talking.
Out and about.
At all.
Yeah, he's not the most conversationalist.
Yeah. And he's just there, and you know, he's talking to her for a minute. Then they go back to the whip and end up, you know, coitus pops off. You know, and she's like, "You want to link up again? We can do this next time." He's like, "Yeah, okay, maybe." Takes her number.
Arrange a little something.
It seems normal, but not knowing that she works for Avon. She goes
just pulling the strings.
Yeah, pulling the strings. She goes to meet up with him at a local burger place or something like that. And before he gets there, he sends Chris, which I think Chris is a fucking genius.
Scope out the situation,
he was there like 2-3 hours beforehand, and he actually watched the whole scene from an angle.
It's actually a key rule from Snoop and Chris as well. You find out later on that you passed that advice to Michael about always check out a scenario, listen out really.
Always turn up to a party early, because you don't want to be the last one invited to a party. Not in the line of work.
Not knowing what's going on.
You know? And so they kind of realized that there was something shady going on, and
Something smelled fishy in it, yeah. So
And Chris moved on it, which was right. It was a setup, and he retaliated, shot up a car, which ended up being Avon in the back seat.
Yeah.
Ended up getting hit.
Got hit.
So yeah, that was
caught a bullet, or at least some strays from the glass and that. Yeah. But Chris was on point. He's like, yo, you ain't coming at my boss. Like, yo, I'm gonna do my job. I've clocked this. So I'm gonna execute an order now.
So now that they know that was a setup, Marlo goes to prove a point. He catches the same chick. He shoots her twice in the chest, in both breasts and one in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Send a statement back to Avon. Let him know, don't fuck about.
Oh yeah, did it himself. Got his hands dirty. Didn't need Chris or Snoop to do that.
Yeah, but there's a lot of there's a lot of beef and a lot of war going on in West Baltimore right now, and Avon's out and he has a lot of shit going on. Stringer Bell's trying to contain
everything that's going
Avon
on.
and run the co-op, and people from the co-op aren't liking it because there's a lot of beef going on, which bring police out, which is fucking up their business.
Especially the fact Avon's trying to go back to like the old school gangster ways of like, yo, someone's beefing, we're gonna go get him, go shoot him, which is
take our property,
affecting the way the co-op have been running things, because they've been doing their things nice and low. Everyone keep it to the corners. No beef, no in-house war, so no cops, so no attention, no jail time. But now Avon's out, it's disrupting that. So Stringer's got a lot of pressure on him to talk to Avon to get this resolved. So Avon v Stringer, which has been building, as we said, from like season 1 with attention, is coming to a head right now.
So the boys are saying, the co-op, they're like, if you're not able to call off Avon from the beef with the young boy Marlo, you can't be ahead of the table.
Yeah.
And run our co-op. So he tries to basically talk to Avon, but Avon's not trying to hear that.
It's like, oh, don't you goes real like back in the day on Stringers, or like you used to be boys, we used to have these, we worked together to build these projects up, these blocks, these houses, and now you're looking to just look at you. Yeah. You know, look at you.
Just look at you. But yeah,
so this basically brings up to like Avon, a big highlight of the season, like Avon v Stringer
versus Stringer Bell. Side note, they're at a meeting, and they some guys are watching out for Omar, and they happen to spot him.
Yeah.
With his grandmother.
No,
they spot Omar going into a house, and then they see him coming out with the old lady, which happens to be Omar's grandmother.
Yeah, so they bring up, like, shall we move on him?
Call up Shamrock. Shamrock's like, we got an eyeing on Omar. Shamrock goes over to Stringer Bell in the meeting of the co-op. He's like, yo, we got an eye on Omar. He's like, go for it. And Shamrock's like, yo, it's Sunday, Sunday truce, which is a big thing out there. Like, you can't basically can't pop off. Can't be no gunplay early Sunday mornings when it's a church day.
Everyone goes to church. Like, gangsters go to church. You know what I'm saying? Everyone goes to church. Like, time out, people.
You got your pistol and your Bible on the dash. That's how you move out there in Baltimore. But Stringer Bell was just like, you know what, fuck it. I heard the cocksucker's name. Go for it. That's what he said, basically. And they went to kill him, but Omar was lucky.
Yeah.
He was just like, not even a step ahead, but he just realized what was going to happen, and he pushed his
fleet-footed, man. Grammy, got out of there, got his grandma out as well, but she was safe.
And they drove off. So,
but he's pissed off Omar again.
Yeah. He tried to take him out with his granny.
You've already killed his boyfriend. Truce. You've already had to put a bounty on his head. Yeah. Now you shot at him on the Sunday truce,
and you didn't kill him. And you didn't kill him. So it looks bad. It looks bad on Avon now. So now Avon's thinking like, yo, these motherfuckers are playing with my name. Like, they got my shooters out here, and you know how stories are.
Stanfield as well. My name is my name.
My name is my name. And you know how stories are in the hood. It could be one way, and by the time it gets like the 10th person, the story changed so much. So now it's not
Chinese whispers.
They shot at him. They shot at the granny, missed, pissed on her hat.
It gets all embellished and out if it goes down the line.
But yeah, that was crazy. That was
making him look bad and petty.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, because Stringer gave the order, no consultation with Avon.
Yeah. So once again, we've known Stringer to do this now. This is like, yo, you're fucking up. But this brings out basically Stringer versus Avon, and it's the whole discussion over like, if you don't cut this shit out, we won't be getting any no more product to move it on these streets. So it'll be, irrelevant what you're doing now. And he's like, that's what it is. You bleed blue, you bleed green, I bleed red.
Yeah, I'm from the streets. I'm part of the streets. I know how to do it on the streets. You're like a businessman. Yeah, you suit and tie, and you changed, and look at you.
You're not out here catching these bodies. You're not about this life. And then
he's just pecking away at Stringer's ego and he snaps and he's like,
Stringer's like, you know what? I did catch a body. You know your nephew? I snatched that life. Which made Avon thought about it, he's thinking, no. And then he basically like...
And he realised that,
your man said you killed your nephew, you know? And how you are about family?
Because Avon probably always knew deep down that D'Angelo didn't do suicide.
Yeah, that's not... Yeah.
So he had his doubts, so when Stringer pretty much revealing that it was him, didn't take much for him to believe it. And
he just lashed out, tried to attack him, but at the same time, he's just been shot.
Up, so
he's not really...
Yeah, his little finger in the bullet wound gets him down.
Stringer
manages to talk him round like he does because he's very good at words in him.
Really good with the verbal.
Like, we're boys, we're brothers from day, like pretty much flipping the script on what Avon was saying earlier on.
So
like, fine, you know, we'll deal with this, we'll forget that. Let's try and just focus on business.
Yeah.
And take out Marlo. Let's carry on with the co-op, let's keep making money, we're boys, let's crack on. But the bond's kind of been broken, you kind of know that.
They're no longer like brothers, they're more like business associates.
Yeah, but partners. You're going to do what's best for them going forward, but they're no longer bezies. So,
which brings up a return of another character who you were seeing in the... You know, Brother Muzon returns. But they return and they see no towers. And they're thinking, what's going on? And, you know, Muzon is like redevelopment. You know, just things have to change. Brother Muzon approaches Avon Barksdale, and they were having a discussion about their last encounter when he was out here doing a business deal for him. He basically said, I came out here on the strength of your name. Avon is about his name, you know, his rep is everything to him.
From day in it, Barksdale family.
You know, and he basically said a third party got put onto my business with you, and some words were said. Wasn't true. He's talking about what Stringer said.
Stringer in it last season, with the old Omar interaction.
Yeah, that was basically fucked him up. And he's basically saying either you give up your man or your connection to New York is no longer dead. Yeah. He's dead, you know. Like,
not only that, but like once your connection to he's dead in New York, that's going to trickle down around.
Yeah, Philly, New Jersey, Connecticut, you know how to get down. So Avon had a lot to think about, you know. You just found out your man killed
a lot to think about, but that's kind of a big ultimatum to be given, and the timing of it after you just had that interaction with Idris, with Stringer, and the revelation about your nephew. Avon didn't really have...
It wouldn't take me too much to think, like, yo, he's dead. But same time...
Avon is still a strategist though, so he's not going to give anything away.
Yeah, but at the same time, Stringer Bell,
you kind of know what was coming.
He has doubts about Avon keeping to the truth, so not going after Marlo. So he basically
Speak goes to Colvin.
Yeah.
Someone that he's now obviously Colvin we mentioned earlier on, he's also got ties into local governance and government people and officials. So when Stringer's been doing his business partnership, trying to develop buildings and everything, trying to become a businessman.
Yeah.
Obviously he's seen Colvin before, so he kind of knows of him and is aware. So when he goes to him to give him some evidence against Avon, you know, he's kind of got at least a foot in the door to give that over.
So he basically
corrupting himself at the same time.
He kind of basically sets up Avon. He gives his location where he rests his head at a stash house with guns and
the stash house with the guns is actually the spot where they had their head to head.
Yeah, where he told about his nephew.
Stringer already knew. So and he knew Avon, that's where he'd be, and he'd be perched, and there'd be guns there. He'd be violating his parole or his charges, and he'd definitely be doing time and get him if need be.
And
but Avon
had
same as
he basically found out where Stringer was gonna be, and he gave the information to Brother Muzon,
who now has teamed up
with
someone else who had a gripe with Stringer.
Yeah, Omar. So now it's Brother Muzon and Omar versus Stringer Bell, and it was I want to say it was cinematic.
It was good.
Because you know how Omar gets down, and the way he just snuck up on him, boom, hit him with the shotgun, took out one of the muscles that was protecting Stringer Bell at the time, and he was talking to a redeveloper, and the guy just seen basically the black guy with the big gun, and he just bricked it, curled up like a newborn fucking baby guy, you know, he just curled up on the floor.
He's not in the game as well in it, so obviously
he just
here for Omar.
Yeah, and he just runs off. And Stringer Bell just runs off into the the building that they're trying to work on, and he runs up to the top floor because all the doors are locked conveniently, and he runs up to the top floor, so he can't go any higher, and at the top he meets Brother Muzon.
Brother man.
Yeah, so they both, corner him, and Stringer tries to plea and give him money.
Yeah,
money. He realizes it's not gonna work.
It's not about money, mate.
And
it's the game.
Omar let it go and let him know that it was your boy who set you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then,
because at this point as well, Omar literally knows it was Stringer that had done the whole thing about his boyfriend.
Yeah. And
had lied to Brother Muzon in the previous season. So.
Yeah, that was the nail in the coffin for Stringer basically, and they both tag team him. Shotty and PP Walter 30, the little gun he got from, his fucking
Bond.
Yeah, the Bond gun. But yeah, they killed Stringer Bell, man. I know a lot of people hated that, but yeah.
It was a, like you said, cinematic moment, but it was also a nice end to the arc that Idris had from seeing him grow and become who he was.
Might I mention, as soon as D'Angelo got locked up, Stringer Bell started fucking his girl,
Yeah.
And he was smacking it for seasons.
But he was, but I think that was all to keep her quiet as well and to get her on side because she didn't believe D'Angelo had actually done suicide, so she would have gone to the cops and made them look into the case more, which would have got back to Stringer.
But he was already hitting before, like, D'Angelo killed himself. He was hitting it from, like, beginning of season 1.
But it all coming. He was thinking it out. He's like, yo, I'm gonna make sure nothing comes back to him.
Yeah,
getting jail time.
He was beating it
and he never did jail time.
No.
But he got his ass killed.
Caught a bullet. Which
at this point, no, I'm sure Luther had started getting big in the UK, so
he came.
I don't think he'd have been on that show for too long, especially as like being like an antagonistic villain.
Yeah. So he paid off for Idris anyway. He popped off.
His last act was the end of the season as well, which got Avon arrested.
Snitched on your boy.
So from season 1, seeing Avon, Stringer, D'Angelo,
all tight,
Barksdale Empire crumbled by the end of season 3.
Yeah. So Avon had to basically finish off his time. Well, he made basically all the soldiers in the place that got raided. They all like took the rap for the guns, but that still violated his parole.
Yeah.
So he had to go finish.
I don't think he made him. I think they all stepped forward for him to do it, but
it doesn't matter. Poop got locked up for some next shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Season 3 ended with Avon.
Yeah.
About to do time.
That was fucked.
You got your highlights of the season? Any 3?
But highlight. Okay, I was gonna say Hamsterdam was my highlight, but Hamsterdam was dope because anywhere you can go sell drugs 24/7 make your money. That's dope. But I'll change the Hamsterdam one for this highlight. When Avon was locked up, he was in court, he looked back and he seen his sister, and he looked back further and he seen Marlo and Chris in the courtroom watching him, making sure he gets sentenced. That's fucked.
That was gangster.
That's
Marlo.
Fucked. Like he's like, yeah, we're gonna sit here. When you find out he's gone, pop a couple bottles.
Second,
Stringer Bell's death, man.
Like you said, cinematic. It was great seeing Brother Muzon and Omar, 2 ruthless killers that we'd come to like,
come together,
get to kill an enemy that we'd come to like. It was with 3 great actors. It was really good.
And the third one, I'll say the setup scenario with Marlo getting set up by the chick, to Marlo finding out,
shooting Avon in the car, and then killing the chick. With Chrissy's involvement in it as well. Figuring it out.
That was dope. What was your? Yeah.
My highlight was Marlo.
Altogether.
The introduction to Marlo, his character. My name is my name.
Yeah.
Just taking over the block and figuring out the like you said, the setup scenario.
Yeah.
Killing the girl himself.
Yeah.
Like stepping up.
Yeah, stepping up, man.
And obviously like the cut scene. Like you said, it's different. Like typical like Marlo was stepped himself up to be the king this season, and it was a real highlight for me.
The shit that I didn't like though was like Stringer Bell when he started snitching. Like he didn't like start snitching, but he just basically gave information about Avon locked up, which crumbled the whole organization. Like, he ended up getting killed anyway.
For me, I think that kind of fitted in with his arc.
Yeah.
Of a character, like if I'm going down, I'm gonna take you with me.
Take everything down with me.
But I think my low light was kind of a flip from my highlight last season, like with Stringer's rise. Obviously, it got to where he wanted to be, but not where I'd expect him to be. I wanted him to be a gangster with business elements, where he wanted to be a businessman with gangster elements and get out of the game.
Yeah,
so
you can't run like that.
No, so seeing him get to that position of power, but then not really use it to the way I wanted him to use it, and then seeing a character that I liked die and be written off, was kind of a low light, but I understood it.
Yeah.
And I got the introduction to Marlo, so I was quite happy with season 3.
Yeah.
And looking forward to season 4.
Yeah, man, that was dope.
Yeah.